Hello, thanks for coming to this talk today on the VIRTMED Billing Card system. It's an exciting physician charge capture tool that operates on the Palm computing platform. I'm Matthew Barnhart of the VIRTMED Corporation, and my thanks also to 3Com for having us here today. I'm going to start rather than finish with the bottom line because we have something unusual, a very compelling financial argument in favor of this product. Around this convention, I'm sure you'll hear a lot about medical technologies that improve speed, efficiency, make the paperless office, etc. And that's good. We've got that too. But again, we have the financial argument. And that is the fact that the VIRTMED Billing Card recaptures lost revenue. It doesn't so much create it as simply capture some of that revenue that is slipping through hospitals and clinics' fingers. Because physicians all day long are performing billable services, but the fact is that not every one of them gets billed for. This is due to problems that you are aware of, such as charge lag, lost cards, lost charges, underbilling, and fines. The VIRTMED Billing Card system does such a good job of recapturing this revenue that it'll pay for itself in well under a year. We did a case study, and I urge you to pick up a copy of it, that shows that in the first year, for example, there could be a return on investment of 125%, and in successive years, it could be triple that. Let's talk about some of these sources of recaptured revenue. I'm going to make reference to some numbers, some percentages that also appear in this case study, which I urge you to pick up. Charge lag, for example. This is not so much a revenue problem as a cash flow problem. What happens is the physicians often turn in these forms, these billing cards, rather late. We've heard numbers like 36 days. Now that's a full month of your revenue literally sitting in doctors' pockets or in the lab coat or somewhere else. If suddenly that charge lag were to be reduced, say, to a couple days or 1 day or less, suddenly there'd be a spike in cash flow of millions of dollars that would actually pay for the system quite handily right there. So there really should be a way to bring that down, and that's what we offer. Also, interest could be earned on that, which could total easily 0.5% additional revenue per year. But there are bigger amounts that can be gotten. For example, there are lost cards. This one is really simple. This is just simply that sometimes this paperwork gets lost, and any physician will tell you that some of this gets lost. We put the number at 2%. Ask your physicians. They may even chuckle at the number because they'll admit it's really easy to lose more than 1 in 50 things. And lost cards means lost revenues because often these forms are the only records of billable services that have been performed. It's your most valuable financial records on 3x5 cards or something like that, rather than something backed up and archived. There should be a system that'll do that, and we offer that. Then there's lost charges. This is revenue that never had a chance at all. This is where physicians just don't log the service that they have performed. And they perform them all day long. They don't log them all. They'll tell you so because they don't have the right form with them, or they were pulled aside in the hallway to do a quick consult, don't have the right form with them, don't have a chance to run to the nursing station, think I'll do it later. But it doesn't happen. So there needs to be a way, a means for the physicians to log everything that they're doing right at the point of care, not later. Then there's underbilling. This has to do with HCFA documentation guidelines, which physicians frankly don't like at all because they're complicated, they change all the time. It's just too much trouble to keep up with them. And the thing is, the repercussions can be severe if they are violated. So their solution often is to play it safe by habitually underbilling, say at a level 1 of service. They'll never go wrong that way, but if they build at a level 2 or level 3, it could be another $20, another $50, times how many instances of this a day. So what needs to happen is the physicians finally need an easy way to look up the guidelines so that they just enter a code, for example, and immediately can look up what's relevant rather than having to thumb through some thick and dense book. We put that at 3.2% in our case study. In fact, that total so far is 10.7%. I urge you to plug in the numbers to the mathematical formula in our case study that are relevant for your hospital or clinic and see if you don't come up with a number that's similar. And we shouldn't forget the fines due to overbilling. The same problem with the guidelines. Again, there needs to be an easy lookup because it can be $10K per line item. Accidentally or intentionally overbilled, doesn't matter. Big trouble for everyone, including even criminal liability for the executives at hospitals and physicians organizations if they don't institute some sort of a compliance program. That happened to the teaching hospital at UPenn, for example, to the tune of $30 million, and similar numbers for Thomas Jefferson, U Pittsburgh, and a whole host of others, and the list is growing.